According to the St. Louis Federal Reserve, more than 3 million Americans have retired early due to the pandemic and increases in their retirement accounts. Harvard economist Lawrence Katz calls it a once-in-a-generation take-this-job-and-shove-it moment. What do you say to someone who's considering hanging it up but wondering if it's possible?
Well, I mean, here's some things that's interesting. The article says the surge in stocks and housing values during the pandemic has made it possible for young baby boomers with a nest egg to stop working. Well, that's based on
what is a young baby boomer? Is that a 60?
Yeah. It'd be 58 to 62, somewhere in there. But that's based on a number that moves very fast.
Yeah.
And think about it. I've had people come in here with $500,000-$600,000, and I look back at old statements they had, and they had, maybe 400. And I'm going, well, okay, so now you add up your house, and you got cash in the bank, and maybe you got some, investment real estate, and you go, I don't really see where you're going to get this kind of guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but this income that's going to last you for life at your early age. You need more money if you retire early, and unless you're
planning on living for another 2 years,
right?
Or 5 or 10 or whatever.
Yeah. What disease do you have,
right?
Or is there anything wrong? I mean, why do you want to retire so? Oh, I think I got enough. I don't know what kind of income you think that's going to generate, but at your young age, we might use the rule of 4, which is basically saying you can take 4%. 4% of your assets. It's $500,000 is $20,000 of income. Wow.
Yeah.
That goes a long way. That covers what? Your gas bill, your food bill, and I think your heat bill maybe today.
Yeah.
And then you've got
it's a part-time minimum wage job.
Right. And most people have saved it in a pre-tax job or pre-tax account.
Right.
So then you got to pay at least 15%, maybe, 17%.
Oh, the taxes and
Yeah, taxes there. So
and maybe penalties for early withdrawal.
Well, if they're 59.5, they can. There's ways to get around it. You can do 72T, which if you're under 59.5, you can take an equal payment from your 401k or your IRA. So there's ways to distribute it. And if you leave it in the 401k, actually at 55, you can take distributions. Now, that's just a whole nother discussion. The bigger question is, should you be doing this, right? Yeah.
I know the answer to that's no.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you have. I mean, we've had clients come in and they got $4 million and like, okay, can you retire early? Yes. I mean, because they not only do they have that kind of money, but they also have their expenses are very low, right? They may have a very nice house.
House is already paid for, though.
House is paid for. There's no mortgage. So you got taxes, insurance, and they're spending, $60,000 a year to live on. And maybe they have a part pension. Some of them are like, well, I still kind of want to work. I just want to sit at home and, watch Oprah all day or whatever.
Yeah.
What is on TV? I don't know. Guiding Light. I don't know. Whatever's during the day. It's like I do want to do something. So they're earning maybe $20,000 or $30,000 part-time, right, between the two of them. And if one of them's 62, they can take Social Security early. And you know what? They're doing pretty good. I mean, they don't need to really stress about it because they don't need to even earn that much money in the market or investments because they have enough. But if you haven't saved that much, I mean, here's the issue. We've had people come, we had a gentleman come in years ago. He came in and he had like maybe $600,000. He was young. I want to say 55, 57. And he had done pretty well for his job. I mean, he really saved well. And the stock he had in his portfolio had done pretty good. But he's like, I'm retiring. I'm like, oh, okay. So what are you coming here for? He's like, well, I was just coming to ask you if it's okay. Or, I mean, if, confirm what I've got. I said, but you just told me that you're retiring. So.
Yeah. What can I help you with?
What can I help you with? It's
Congratulations.
It's like somebody saying, I got a haircut. And I was wondering if you tell me it's pretty good. Go to the stylist. I'm like, well, okay, I guess it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do, right? So it was just kind of like, and I looked at everything for him because I said, well, we'll give you a second opinion if you want. I really think unless he passes away and or the market goes fantastic boom for the next 15 years, he's going to completely run out of money.
Well, and the other thing is you got to remember what about the property, the taxes on your property and.
Nothing stays the same. Inflation's killing people.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is all the financial planners are using software. I've caught it just recently with another broker. I don't know if it was, I think it was Wells Fargo. Yeah. And then they ran the financial plan and they had gone into Wells Fargo to see, what's a I need a solid financial plan, and they brought it in, and I looked at the inflation numbers way in the back. Nobody pays attention. This is like page 37, right? And I look at the numbers that they use.
And it said 2%, 3%.
It was like 2.
Yeah.
What world do they live in?
Yeah.
2%? I'm sorry, but I said, do you think it's, I highlighted it and pushed it back on his table. What do you think? He's like, it's not 2%. So what do you do, right? Okay, so yeah, it makes,
what is the realistic?
It makes it
right
look
now?
better, right? So people can retire, and it's a little tactic that a lot of financial planners use. Say, oh, good, because when they retire, they can move their money over to them now.
That seems deceptive. Just saying. And by the way, what is it 7%? Is it 9%? Or do we know?
It depends on the time period that you go back,
Okay.
right, and look. But currently, it's double digits at the real inflation. But
I believe that.
No, it's if you look back over 30 years, the way they used to calculate in the 80s, it's about 7%.
That is unbelievable. So listen, if you have saved at least $1 million toward your retirement, call Integrity Financial Planning right now. Let's start that planning now. See if you're ready for it. See if you're ready to retire. You've been thinking about it? 866 to plan 4 is the number to call. 866-TO plan and the number 4. And don't forget, the Private Wealth Division, $5 million or more qualifies you for that. And that is a complimentary call, by the way. 866-TO plan and the number 4.